Hey YouTube, this is Eric. Today going to be doing a review on the Power Core Combiner Rallybots. I'm going to be honest here, I feel like before you even watch the review, I'll be honest, I feel kind of like I wasted $20 on these guys. It's not so much the drones, well, this one, except for this one, but it just seems as if there were a lot of design flaws with this figure in general that kind of ruined everything about the figure. This is Doubleclutch, and it's supposed to be Doubleclutch in the Rallybots. And I'll just get started with Doubleclutch. I mean, he has a good car mode. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the muscle car that Venom was. And one thing that you might notice is I have this flipped out, and that's because he can, in fact, hold one of the mini-cons. So, it looks decent. I mean, I really do like this car mode. This is a good car mode. I'm not taking anything away from it. It's just that there are other things about this car mode, about this bot, I guess, that really sucks. Now, you could take this and fold it back down, and it looks more like the normal car. One thing that I did notice about this figure that's not present in the other figures is that these guys, the drones, they can actually hold, he can technically, because it fits back there, but these guys can actually hold on to the minicon themselves. For instance, the minicon fits right on these different minicon ports. And this might be a poor example to show you, because it fits, trust me, but I don't feel like fiddling around with it because I'm so frustrated with these guys. Here's an example. He'll fit on the back of here. So each one of them has a minicon port where the drones can hold the minicons, and he does too. It blends really well in with him. It's right there. So each one has, I don't know why his is on the back, but each one has a separate place for the minicon port. Alright, so now we're going to get to the review of this guy. His transformation is very tricky, very fiddly. I've only done it once, so actually I've done it twice. And it's a lot of loosening up of joints. Let's try to push these in, push the wheels in, and he'll start to come together. It's just you gotta go from one thing to another with this guy. Alright, yeah, get that extended. He actually does have waist rotation because of the transformation. Alright, these become his feet. These are his heel spurs, and what you want to take, you want to kind of bend them like that, so they don't protrude too far out. And of course, he has the ugly all-spark blue, and I guess it's less forgivable on this guy because, in general, I really don't like the figure that much. Okay, I guess we could extend these on this arm. His joints are extremely loose. Now there's a tab on here right there that's supposed to connect onto this piece right there. It doesn't hold very well at all. Let's flip his head up. Now his head also, there's nothing to support it, it'll just flop in and out. And you can just kind of push these back, push the wheels back so they rest on his back, and then you kind of fold that up. There's nothing really to secure it, it's just kind of there. I'm guessing this is supposed to go in there and secure it, but it really doesn't. I mean, it's really loose. And this is his bot mode. Again, his head really troubles me because it just kind of flops in and out. There's nothing to hold it. His articulation would be good, but it's just not that much clearance on a figure. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. You bend at the knees, and I guess he could strike some decent poses if you're patient enough with him, but as it stands, that's about him. And he's average scout size. I mean, I'm guessing these are supposed to be guns. If you want to pretend those are guns, go ahead, be my guess. His hands are molded inside there, and I'm not really sure how he would hold the minicon. I guess it would fit back there and hang on his back. I'm not sure. But that's Doubleclutch, kind of stocky and you know, not much clearance with the joints and stuff. Now here's I'm gonna try and turn him into torso mode. You know, forgive me if I kind of mess up a little bit because it is not easy at all. What you do, you kind of take his head first and you push it inside of there. Try to make sure, now it's not gonna happen, but you gotta try to make sure that this part stays clipped inside there, and you could move that part down. And you see how it moves? It's not really staying. You're gonna fight with this the whole time you're transforming it, and it is a real pain in the ass. All right, I'll just kind of leave it like that. You take his arms and you fold them up. Now here's a tricky thing about his legs. You want to extend these out and get these straight, but the directions tell you to spin his legs around, and you really can't do it because if you take this joint, it's so tight, if you try to spin it around, it pops right off. So you basically have to take a leg off and put it back on to get him into the right pose like this. That's the only way I could figure out to do it because the joint just won't turn. It's so tight. You can get it up to about right there. And when you try to spin it, it doesn't move. So you kind of almost have to pop the sucker off and pop it back on. And the joints are extremely tight. And that's the leg mode. You take this part of his head's back here. If I can get it out. Alright, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. You bend that forward, and his head is going to come up. So this piece, they have little pegs right here and little pegs right there. And it's supposed to, and it's not much clearance that you're going to get. It's supposed to come up. And this is supposed to snap right onto there and hold into place. And you kind of lift his head up as much as you can, which that's about as far as it can go. Now this is another tricky thing. There are holes right here and holes back there. Now you have to try to align them up. It helps move this out of the way, I guess. You got to force it in there, and it's not a tight hold because trust me, it will pop off. See, even if you just move it a little bit, it'll pop off. The joints are extremely weak. They're weak when they shouldn't be, and they're too tight when they don't need to be. So I'm just put it there and hope for the best, and do the same on this side. And there you go. That's his torso mode. Now for the connections are a pain in the ass in themselves because it's extremely tight to get this on, especially this guy. Now it didn't transform all the way, so what you have to do is manually pull this back and kind of snap it. Get it to snap. Damn, right there. Okay. It fights you every step of the way. Now it's fully transformed. Alright. You do the same thing with this one. You pull that back and try to get it in there. And it's really tight. There we go. Alright. So those are his feet. And his joints, again, are really loose and really wobbly. And he'll have a hard time standing up. For the arms, and they probably will pop off. Yep, that fell off. And that fell off. So I guess you might as well just get it on from here. And it's so tight. Alright. And just pop this piece back on. And as you can see, it's a pretty big mess. Alright. I'll just leave it like that for right now. Put him down. And get this guy in. It's so tight. Goodness gracious, you feel like you're gonna break this thing. Alright. It's all kind of flopping around right now. And it will until you kind of secure everything. That is about as good as I can get him on film. Not a very good transform. I mean, as you can see, his arms hang back like that due to the transformation. He has trouble standing up, and you know, just as a quick size comparison, here he is with that power cord combiner. So he really is, I want to say, and I'm going over time, so I'm gonna have to edit this. He really is a pretty big waste of money. This is more of a warning than anything. just be careful with double. I mean, I can't recommend him at all. I'm tempted to return him, but I've never returned a Transformer toy before. I'm very tempted to return him because he is very floppy, very flimsy, and just little pieces pop off if you look at him funny. So that's Double Clutch, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, peace.